out there. I am your host. That's right. We are back. It's Jessica Koch, and this is Profound Professionals. It is the interview series that has been coming to you for 8 years. You've been following and liking and hearting and sharing, and we love you for that. We have been doing this because we want to bring you industry experts globally that help improve your personal life and grow your business. Today, oh my gosh, we are leaning on the personal end, but I feel like it's also improving your personal life because you get so much time freedom when you have something that can sell and be bought while you're sleeping. I feel like my personal life is better when people buy things from me while I'm sleeping. Online courses are the bomb.com, and today we have Jasmine, and she is a sought after expert in the course creation and online learning world. She's known for transforming expertise into engaging revenue generating programs. So, it's great when there's knowledge out there and they're the guru in it. They are the expert in it. They have this expertise. But is it boring? Is it entertaining? Can I ingest all of this information, the information overload world we live on? Well, you can if you work with Jasmine. That's what I'm thinking. So welcome.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for having me. Stunning intro. So fun.
Well, this is what I just think this is the best thing ever. Why everyone on the planet, well, almost everyone is now, but 8 years ago, everyone on the planet wasn't running their own podcast, and I didn't understand why. So I feel like the whole world is waking up and popping up flowers everywhere. Is all these beautiful podcasts and all these beautiful people to learn about. But learning can be just information overload and really grueling. I used to think that the organizations for learning should work together with the entertainment industry, with the comedians and the professional actress and actors, so that I could learn, maybe how to run a spreadsheet from Sean Connery or something. Like, I would pay attention. How about you? Would you pay attention? I'm totally going to pay attention to that class. So I love that you're doing this, but how did this become your journey and story?
I began my career teaching in the lowest performing school in the country. So I taught in Detroit, Michigan, taught kindergarten and first grade, and loved imparting knowledge, loved lesson planning, loved creating experiences for students. And it was also a lot. So I burnt out in the
Mhm.
classroom after 4 years of teaching and then moved into this wild, wild west of the online space, built my own
Mhm.
programs for a while, just teaching what I knew. And over time, I came to realize that experts know what they know, but they don't necessarily know how to teach what they know because
Mhm.
teaching is a skill, like copywriting is a skill, like sales is a skill, like podcast hosting is a skill. Like these are all skills, and teaching is a skill.
Mhm.
I'll never forget. I bought a program. It was like how to it was about marketing, right? It's a
Mhm.
marketing course, marketing program. It was like 7,500 bucks. And I got into the program and it was just so bad. Just like so bad. Like this guy is supposedly making $10 million dollars a year and he's a marketing guru and I got into the product and just thought, wow, like what a disservice to my peers, what a disservice to me, what a disservice to everyone who's like going out on a limb, believing in themselves, making an investment and then just to be not taken care of in the
Oh,
product was just such a shame and so disappointing.
mhm.
And I thought, but you know what? I can fix that problem. And then I started partnering with experts to essentially ghostwrite their online programs.
I
Yeah.
see. Well, and that helps because really taking it off their hands is mostly what that individual needs. It is a skill, like you said, but sometimes we don't need to learn every skill.
Right.
Right. I don't want to learn accounting or bookkeeping or how to process the whole thing to send to the people that have to get the thing in April. I don't want to play that math game. So I hire someone who's an expert at it, who knows what she's talking about, who loves the stuff, who's constantly telling about the latest and greatest updates as my eyes glaze over. And I go, great, you're going to handle that. Good. I'm so happy. so, so give us a little better picture of your exact and ideal customer? Is it corporations, organizations, nonprofits? Is it the guru, the influencers? Is it, speakers and authors? Is it all those people? How are you working with them?
Yeah, we
Clients?
have worked with all of those people, and the most common client that we have is the expert,
Mm,
and sometimes that manifests as an author, sometimes it's a speaker, sometimes
mm,
it's someone who already has online programs and,
mm,
they did it scrappy and got them up there and they've had some traction, but now they really need to go back and make the product exceptional or
mm,
evolve the program as they evolve.
mm,
But yeah, it is someone who fits in that like expert thought leader archetype.
mhm. And what's the process of working with them? Is this like a 12-week program, or you work on with them one-on-one only, take kind of the information and build it depending on the size of it? Is it all, well, it depends, like that? That's the big answer you get all the time. Talk to us about the process a little more.
Yeah, so we definitely have a process, but everything inside the process is bespoke, right?
Mhm,
So we always evaluate anything that they have. So some people come to us and they're like, I have an outline, or here's some podcast episodes that I've been on where I talk about what I teach, or here's my slide deck from my workshop that I do live, like whatever it may be. So
mhm,
first we evaluate all of that. If they're revamping a program, we'll take their entire the first version of the program that they have,
mhm,
and then we will do what I called architect, where we map out their unique methodology. So that
mhm,
framework, that secret sauce that is special to them, that's really part of the selling mechanism that makes someone say, like, I want to work with you, Jessica, over someone else who
mhm,
teaches the same thing that you do. We also map out their outline, which I think a lot of people, when they hear outline, they think, oh, let me just do modules and lessons. But there's so
mhm,
much more that goes into an outline. You want to map out
mhm,
your action steps. Like specifically, if you were, a fly on the wall, what would you see your students doing? And what is the definition of done? Like when are they done completing the thing that you're asking them to complete?
mhm,
So there's a lot that goes into outlining, and that's the architect phase. And we call it that because now it's like we have a blueprint. You can go build the house based on the blueprint. You can even sell a house based on a blueprint. Like a lot of
mhm,
people are like, "Oh, well, I want a beta launch. I just
mhm,
want to sell it first and then build it." And you can do
mhm,
that, but you want to have the blueprint first, which is
mhm,
those two things. It's the outline and the framework. And then we go into the build phase, which is the longest phase of our process, and that's when we interview clients one-on-one. They work with our team, and we pull all the wisdom out of their brain and develop video scripts, slides, workbooks, like you name it, we build it, audio feeds, all kinds of things. And then finally, what we'll get to recording. So we do all the videography, and then upload it into a portal of their choice.
mhm,
So it's a big 5-step process: evaluate, architect, build, video, and upload.
mhm,
But how long it takes, like you said, depends on the scope of the project. So we've done as little as like a mini course, that's like an hour long and it's 6 videos, and then we've done 10-hour programs.
mhm.
So the scope is really it can be very, very different, but the process remains the same. And it's all about just making it exactly the energy that the client brings and what they want the students to feel at the end of the day.
So, do you feel like something that most authors and speakers could do with you, or is this kind of a super VIP, and the elite and the high level gurus, based on their resources, are really going to be able to work with someone and you and your organization to get this
Yeah, I
done?
mean, I'd say like most done for you services require a level of resource, right?
Right.
I do have, which is why I have a free course, and it's all about how to build your course, and you can go
Mm-hmm.
get it, and it walks through my templates and all my tips and tricks and tools and all the things that you could possibly need to get off the ground and running. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think there's also like sometimes people just need, if they just had the blueprint, they can
Hmm.
take it and run from there.
Right.
So, there's different levels of the way people work with us, but our signature, like
Sure.
done for you process, it's I mean, it takes our team quite like,
Right.
4
So
team members and months to like
So
get
maybe have a
things
discovery
rolling.
call with you and kind of
Yeah,
outline an idea so they have a clue of
yeah,
what their budget would need to be in order to take the next step forward. So
absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. That's fair. Okay, I love that you have a free course that you're helping
Yeah.
everyone get this done. And I think that's wonderful. So, can you give us a tip?
Yeah, I mean, my number one mistake that I see course creators make, because we audit programs all the time as well. People come to us and be like, "Hey, how good or not good is this?" And the one thing that I always it just shocks me to this that in today's day, like with calls to action being so important on social media, people are not applying it to their training programs. They just like
Mhm.
dump all this information, but they don't tell them what to go do, like very explicitly. Now go do this thing. So
Ah,
like, we're here, we're talking about podcasting. So if one of the lessons in a podcasting program is to get your equipment, well then say, go get your microphone, your camera, and your ring light, and here's the links to go buy them. Like actually
good.
making it that specific and clear for people.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it's the simplest thing, but so many people miss it. They think that information is the value and it's just not. The
Mm.
application, the easy implementation of the information, which creates the value. So
I
it's a
think that's the
biggie.
same with a book because if I get a book, especially like a nonfiction, something I'm trying to like
Sure.
improve my personal life or improve my business or make an improvement, I want the book, but man, I'm thrilled if it has a workbook. Because then those are the things that I can do from reading the book. I'm reading the book. Okay, I'm in this chapter one of the book. I'm in chapter one of the workbook. Okay, here's the things I got to do. So I think that that's such a great point. And I think you're right, totally easily missed. I mean, it seems like it should be obvious, but you start to get excited about what you teach, and then
30 minutes into a video later, you're like, wait, what was this one about again?
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for that. That was an excellent tip. So, one of the things we're really proud about, and I'm thanking you out there who is watching right now, thank you for sharing with us the causes you love, putting them in the comments, and hitting that share button. Because the goal here is to inspire someone out there to to give time, treasure, or talent, or just do something nice for a cause that excites them. So maybe it's the one you put in the comments and in the chat wherever you're watching this. Maybe someone will be inspired by you, or maybe someone will just love the one that Jasmine shares and never have heard it before. And when you share it, maybe someone really needs that service that she's talking about or knows someone that can use it. Or maybe they'll just remember, oh, yeah, I have a cause that I love. And I'm going to go and check on them and see how they're doing because we just get busy sometimes. So we can inspire someone to do something good in this podcast while we're recording live and live streaming. I feel like it is a good use of our time. So, what's a cause that's close to your heart, Jasmine?
I am a dog person through and through.
Oh,
Like dogs are just anyone who knows me will know if you want me to just start talking and not stop talking, get me talking about dogs. And my mentor, Candy Valentino, has an animal rescue called Heal Animal Rescue. It's in Pennsylvania. And
mm,
they just do really, really beautiful work for all kinds of animals, not just dogs, but especially, she's worked with that organization to do a lot of really good work in that community, which is also the community where I went to college.
oh,
So, super, super love all animal rescues doing great work, but
yeah.
especially Heal Animal Rescue out of outside Pittsburgh.
I love that. I love that. Recently, so we have 7 children and 8 grandchildren, and we've had many, many dogs. I think at least 4 or 5 over the years that are now have gone up to a better place where with their creator. But we love and miss our dogs. But we've had hamsters and bunnies and lizards and birds and 7 children and 8 grandchildren. It's a zoo. Okay, lots of animals have come through our home, and we thought we were like at the retired age of no animals. Our youngest daughter's 13. And right before the holidays last year, this cat just kept coming and just kept coming. And we've never really been cat people. I mean, there's nothing wrong with cats, but we were more, dog and hamster and rabbit people, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, it was relentless and it was very skinny. So we started feeding it. And then we called the county to find out, well, what can you do for, this stray cat that we don't know who belongs to? So they actually came and got it. They treated it. They did all the things. and now we are the proud adopted by a cat family. And because we met her right before the holidays last year, literally she came up to me the very first day I met her, and she just meowed at me, so I meowed back at her. So we stood there meowing at each other for a while. And I was like, I'm pretty sure we talked about something really important, and I have no idea what. So we call her Meow Meow Jingles. Jingles is the
Oh,
last name because of the holidays, and Meow Meow's her name. Um, so we love our cat, and I love that you brought that up, because sometimes, even when you think you're not adopting a pet, one just might show up and adopt you. You just don't know. It
that's
happened to
right.
us. True story.
That's right.
So, and she's just the most affectionate, loving, kind, easygoing, wonderful cat. I mean, I thought we were gonna have all kinds of problems. We have had no problems. It's lovely. So that's good cause. That's our cat story. And so, how about books? Okay, I know your fingers are tired already. You've been typing all these causes that you love, but stretch them out and keep typing, because we want to know if you've written a book, if you have a book that inspired your personal life or helped you grow your business. Give someone else information about a great book you ran across that transformed your life in some way, because we're going to get Jasmine to share her favorite book. So, what's a book that you love?
I'm going with a classic. I'm gonna go with Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
You're wrong there. Just
You
can't go
can't.
wrong
I
with
mean, how many of the thousands of people you've had on this say Think and Grow Rich? Like,
well, quite a few, quite a few. I wouldn't go thousands yet, but quite a few people have said it. And I love it. And what I love about it is it makes me remember that we need to build a legacy, because how many people's lives has this book touched? And, I want us to be able to leave our mark on the world with the great things we have in our head, with a book or an online course or both. I think every book should be an online course, in my opinion. Every book should also have a song, also in my opinion. So I just really feel like this is a great way for us to leave a mark and make a difference, even when our energy is no longer physically standing before everyone today on the planet. So, I think that was a great one. That was a good book to share.
mhm.
Now, you haven't written a book yet, but what about some programs and things you've got going on in your world?
Yeah, I mean, we have the it's we're so blessed to get to write for so many amazing visionaries in the world right now who just do great things for their
Mhm.
students, for their clients, to just like raise the consciousness of the earth straight up.
Yeah.
And there's one person we're working on a program with right now, and it's the third program we've built with him or revamped with him. So in his offer suite, his name's Anthony Bompiani, and he's a former judge. So, like, Judge Anthony is his brand. And he supports people going through divorce and custody case
Oh,
battles. And,
wow.
these people are like in some of the most painful situations of their entire
Mm,
lives. Who knows what's happening personally for them, where
mhm,
they may be relying on a lawyer who they don't fully trust, but they're
mhm,
trying to make it work with them. And so
mhm,
his programs really allow these people to take their power back and
mm,
understand how they can support their kids through divorce, how they
mm,
can, maintain custody of their kids after
mhm,
divorce. Like, it's really, really an amazing thing. He also has a program called the Narcissist Silver Bullet.
mhm,
And we're all becoming more and more aware of what narcissism is. And it's like, oh
mhm,
wow, like we're so aware. What can I even do if I realize this person in my life is actually really harming me in certain ways?
mhm,
And so it's been really, really gratifying to just build up those offers and build that suite and really help people who are in a hard place, and
mm,
um, have it transform them in a way that it could have gone awful, right?
mhm,
But they're seeing success and they feel stronger on the other side.
mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty incredible.
Well, and that's a really good one. I love that you shared that, because, I'm going to give my my disclaimer here. The I'm the Italian mother of seven, but I'm not your mama. We're not giving you medical, legal, financial, or any other kind of advice. Go get
Oh yeah.
professionals. Go seek them. But I love resources and knowledge that empower us to be our own best advocate. I had a guest on that is basically she's a professional patient advocate, of helping them understand what their rights are inside the hospital and what they should be looking
Mhm.
for and what's not okay and what can you say yes, because sometimes we get with these professionals and we we just believe everything they say and get a second opinion, go to another doctor, go to another attorney, get an advocate, get some education, some knowledge and some information. So we need to seek all these professionals, but we also need to make sure that we're um, being our own advocate and our family's advocate. And I think
Mhm.
that really speaks to what your program
Yeah.
that your
Yeah.
client has going. So I think that's a wonderful, wonderful resource. So thank you for sharing that.
My pleasure.
Well, this has gone by in an eye blink, Jasmine, and it's been so much fun. I'm so glad that you decided to come on the show today.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It's been a delight.
Well, it's my pleasure. And if you're watching out there and thinking, wait, I've written a book, I'm a guru, I'm an influencer, I help improve people's personal lives, I grow their business, maybe I should be on this show. Well, reach out to my team and we will give you the directions on just how to get yourself featured here. Also, now, as always, before we say goodbye, we're going to get Jasmine to share one final thought, a piece of information or inspiration as we go.
I think the best I could share with you is the philosophy of being a go-giver. And this is not my philosophy. I learned it from Bob Berg, and I believe he has a co-author who I should really learn the name of. But I best know Bob Berg. And it's that, go into every interaction, go into every engagement, go into every email, anything that you do just with a heart of service and a heart of giving. And it
Mm,
will come back tenfold. You just got to trust it.
mm,
And I found through my journey that in the beginning when I was being a go-giver, I didn't see the fruit yet, but man, were the roots growing. And so trust
mhm.
that if you're not seeing fruit or even a stem popping through that earth, know that your roots are growing deep and soon you will see fruit. So in this crazy world, especially in this crazy digital marketing world,
Yeah.
trust your go-giver spirit.
I love that. And I think that that's the best to remember when you get that hard email to respond to, or that client that you've had challenges together, or they're just challenging. Sometimes that happens. And to remember to approach it before you respond. I always make sure I wait that professional 24 hours to respond to those so that I can cook on it a while and make sure I get the words just right and then send something. And then also I try to do a personal reach out. When it's a harder email, I feel like that more personal
Mhm.
touch, whether that's Zoom because they're on the other side of the world or a phone call or their voice, I think that that's great, great advice. And I think it really works well in those challenging um, situations. But, for everything, right?
Yeah.
Um, so that's beautiful. Thank you so much again for being on our show. That's a wrap for today, everybody. I'm your host, Jessica Koch. This is Profound Professionals. And until the next one, be kind to yourself out there and be kind to each other. Bye, everybody.